Welcome back. Congressman Randy Feenstra is here to talk about his campaign for governor. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, it's great to be on WHO today. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so last time we spoke, you told me that property tax reform is one of your top priorities. The legislature did pass a compromise bill. It includes a 2% cap on general levies, other caps for different local services. What do you think about the bill? Is there more that you want to do as governor?
I'll tell you what, I was so excited they passed the bill, and I applaud our legislature and I applaud our governor for getting it done. I still think there's a lot more to do. You know, when I talk to seniors, they're so worried about that they can't live in their own home because their property taxes continue to go up, and yet they live on a fixed income. And I have small businesses that say the same, is I can't stay in the small business anymore because we can't pay the property taxes. So I want to continue to work with the local entities, working with the city governments, working with the county supervisors, working with our schools to figure out solutions, to continue to figure out ways to lower property taxes so our seniors can stay in their homes and we can continue to grow business. Because as we know, when you put more money in people's pockets and small businesses' pockets, that's how our economy grows.
Another issue that was in the State House this session was on eminent domain. A bill did not pass this session. It stalled in the Senate. As governor, would you consider doing an executive order so that the issue would be solved next session?
Yeah. We have to work with the legislature. I'm excited to get involved with the legislature, work with them, and finally put this thing to bed. All right, we cannot use eminent domain to take land from our farmers and from the private sector. All right, the Iowa farmland belongs to the Iowa farmer, and we can't have a private company taking land from that farmer. And we have to get those resolved, and we can never use eminent domain for this purpose.
Yeah, so the Senate has been really divided on this issue. It stalled in the Senate there. If the Senate can't reach a deal next session with you as governor, do you think you're going to start conversations, or at the end of the session, if it ends, would you be willing to do an executive order?
You put everybody in a room and you get a deal. You got to figure out a solution. But the bottom line is this, is that we got to protect private property rights. That is most important. All right, the private property is owned by the farmer and families, and they should never have to have some private company come in and take their land.
Yeah, speaking of the farmer, one of your top issues that's listed on your campaign page is to make Iowa the most ag-friendly state. So some of the issues that Iowa farmers are facing, things like high input costs, things like E15, the delayed farm bill, those are federal issues. What have you done with your current role to help farmers?
Absolutely. So you think about, we have to become the most business and ag-friendly state in the country. That's got to be our goal. That's got to be our vision. That's my vision for this great state. And to do that, especially in the farming community, there's a lot of things that we have to do. First of all, we passed the Farm Bill out of the U.S. House, which is awesome. But at the state level, we got to figure out solutions to lower fertilizer prices. We got to make sure that we have more markets for our grain. I just sat down with Canada. We have the USMCA agreement coming down the pipe. You know what they said? They said, we love to trade with Iowa. All right, let's make it happen. Let's trade a lot more of our goods with Canada. Same thing with Mexico, right? They've been great trading partners with us. We got to do more with these countries and further develop our trading relationships with them, and also around the world. That's how we create more and better commodity prices for all our farmers so they can be successful, because this is what we do know. When our farmers are successful, our main streets are successful, our schools are successful, and our hospitals are successful. And that's how you take Iowa to new heights.
Yeah, speaking of schools, that gets me to my next topic. Let's talk about education. You know, you come from educators in your family. You also used to teach as well at a college. So what do you plan to do differently to impact Iowa's education system?
Again, this is my visionary point. We've got to get back to world-class education. You know, when I graduated in 1987, we were #1. We've gone down a long ways. We got to get back to that. My wife was a kindergarten teacher for 24 years. My parents both taught over 35 years. My mom taught in the public school in Title I. My dad taught in the private school. They say this, we got to get rid of the bureaucracy in our schools. Right now, there's about 2.5 administrative staff people for every 1 teacher. My wife says she spent hours on paperwork instead of teaching. That's not right. We also got to get back to the fundamentals of teaching math, science, and history, and not DEI, and not all this other political stuff. We got to teach the basics and teach them correctly the right way. That's how you get to getting to world class, and you make sure every child has the opportunity to go to the school that the parent wants them to go to so they can get this world class education.
Yeah. On the issue of school funding, the legislature this year passed a 2% increase for state supplemental aid. Inflation was around 3%. Do you think the 2% margin was enough, or should it have been more?
Again, we always have to look at 2 things. You have to look at what it costs to educate a child. And then we have to also look at, all right, what are the liabilities in the funding and the buckets that are happening that it doesn't work. So I think there's a lot of things on this side of it that we can do to sort of alleviate the stresses that school boards are happening to say, well, I can't use this bucket of money because it's tied up for this or that. We got to allow school boards to have some ability to do their job and to make sure that, yes, there is enough money, but also to get to world-class education, to make sure that we're teaching in the right manner and getting rid of some of the bureaucracy that also costs a lot of money to do.
Yeah, another issue of yours is making healthcare affordable. What do you plan to do with that?
Yeah, I was an EMT, volunteer EMT for 15 years. And it's so important that the ambulance shows up within minutes and not hours. We have maternity unit closures all over our state right now. Women are traveling 50 to 75 miles for maternal care. You know what's happening? We see infant mortality rate going up. All right? I have 4 children. I have people that I know that desperately need critical access hospitals and care. So what we need to do is lower health insurance premium costs. That's number one. We also have to make sure that we have volunteers in a system that they can volunteer, not having hundreds of hours before they can be a volunteer. We got to make sure that they can load a patient and get them to the critical access hospital within minutes and not hours. These are all big steps, but we can do this. We're Iowa. We can get these things done, and when I'm governor, I'll make sure it happens.
Also in the State House this session was a bill that would criminalize abortion. It didn't pass this session, but some Republicans told me that they will be interested in bringing it back up next session. Would that be a bill that you would support?
I'll tell you what, I am pro-life. I think every child should have the opportunity to live. I just think that's important. I think that's part of my religion, that every child has a purpose and a reason to be here on this great earth, right? But I also want to walk alongside women that are having maternal needs. And we got to take care of them. We got to have adoption opportunities and grow that in our state. There's so many opportunities that parents want a child, and we have to give them that ability through adoption and other services. And I just look so forward to walking alongside women and helping them out, whether it be maternal services or whether it be adoptive services or just healthcare services. It's so important for our great state.
Yeah, and so on your gubernatorial page, you also listed that an issue that's important to you is securing the U.S.-Mexico border. As governor, would you consider sending the Iowa National Guard soldiers to Texas?
I tell you what, if we have to, yes. But I'll tell you what, we got the border shut down. It's incredible. It is shut down. You know, I was one of the writers of the big, beautiful bill, the reconciliation bill, and there was funding there to shut the border down. And we got it shut down now, which is awesome. So now we can take new steps and make sure we continue to grow this state. As I said, the most important issue is making sure that we are the most business and ag-friendly state in the country. We can do this. We're competing against 49 other states, but I'll tell you what, when I'm done, we'll be number one.
Yeah, so you, as the sitting U.S. Congressman, you probably have the most name recognition between all of your opponents. With that comes some criticism. People have criticized you for skipping out on some debates. Are you already looking ahead to the general election? Do you feel like you need to debate?
I tell you what, I want to earn every single vote. So what I am doing is going around every corner of the state and every part of the state, because I want to hear from Iowans. I want to hear what concerns them. And this is what I'm hearing, is that every part of the state is different economically, has different demographics, has different way of living. And we have to make sure that when I'm governor and when we have the legislature, that we take that into consideration when we create policy. One thing I do know is one policy does not always fit all. The other thing I'm hearing is obviously property taxes, that's the number one issue, that we got to lower property taxes. But again, one size does not fit all because we have different demographics in each area. So that's what I'm doing. I love to meet people, but I'm earning every single vote as I go around the state.
Let's talk quickly about the state's budget. We know that the state has spent more money than it's brought in over the last 2 years. Will that end with you as governor? It
has to. You think about a family. All right, just like me, you create a budget for your family, and you can only spend the amount that you take in on your wages, right? Just like business. A business cannot spend more than it takes in. The state has to create the same. We have a balanced budget amendment. I passed it when I was in the legislature back in the day. We got to make sure that we stand by that and we only spend the money that is coming in, right? That's fiscally responsibility. If families can do it, as a state, we must do it also.
Yeah. In 30 seconds, if this race does go to convention, do you feel like you'll be the candidate?
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to becoming the next governor and taking the state to new heights. I want to make sure that we have world-class education, that our kids stay right here in Iowa, and that we have accessible, affordable health care. That's what I'll do when I'm governor.
Do you feel like you'll have support from delegates?
I tell you what, We have support all over. I'm earning support every single day.
Okay, and in 10 seconds, what is your pitch to Iowans? Why should they vote for you?
I've delivered. I've done it. I've done it as the city administrator. I've done it at the county level, being county treasurer. I've done it at the state senate, writing the largest tax cut in Iowa history. I've done it at the federal level, writing the largest tax cut in U.S. history. And I'll make sure that we deliver results for all Iowans in this great state.
Awesome. Congressman Randy Feenstra, thank you so much for taking time and joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. Thank you.